Okay, I welcome you to my channel Feel English by Naval sir. Students, today the video is going to be on on the questions being asked on parasembl sentence construction or sentence rearrangement. You must have a doubt in your mind why I'm actually calling different names of the same question. Actually, guys, the examiner can ask you the question uh, under these three names in your exam, in different exams of IBPS and CGHL and other exams as well. That's why I'm calling. I always actually utter these three names when I teach parajumble. Okay, they may ask you the question, uh, giving the title as parajumble or sentence construction or sentence rearrangement. Although we discussed questions on parajumble yesterday too, so the question must have been going through your mind. What is the necessary or what is the need of today's videos, as we have already talked a lot on the same video, on the same question in yesterday's video. See guys, yeah, definitely there is a need, there is a requirement today that I'm going to upload the video on the same topic that we discussed yesterday. And what is the reason behind this? Let me tell you. See guys, yesterday the questions that we addressed, the question that we discussed yesterday were little different from the question today we are going to address. See guys, before I move forward, before I let you know the important tricks that you can apply uh, during the solving questions on parasembl or sentence rearrangement, uh, let me talk to you on the subscription. Like, please subscribe my channel. It's very important uh, for you to support me, because if you do not support me, I cannot move forward. It's very tough for me without your support to take even a step ahead. It's very important for me, for you. Keep supporting me, and please share my videos as much as possible if you like the video. I always try my level best. I always try to impart you the best thing I know, and I always try to make the things as much easy as possible. uh, okay, so these were the things, let them be. Today, let's return to our purpose, the video I'm uploading for. See guys, you must be asking yourself, yesterday I didn't talk about any tricks except applying the options given under the question, below the question actually, for the for solving questions on parasembl. Why didn't I talk about those tricks yesterday's video, yesterday's questions? See guys, I didn't discuss all these things, stuffs with you intentionally, because the tricks which I'm going to tell you will not apply on the questions being asked on parasembl yesterday. Parasembles actually Parasemble with the questions that we discussed yesterday. Today we're gonna address the little different question. The question that we discussed yesterday were little different uh, than today's question, from the question that we are going to discuss today. Yesterday we saw the first question. In that question, we have seen the examiner has already declared the proper order for the first and the last question, last sentences, and rest for sentences are to be ordered properly using uh, trick of options. Like when we apply the order of the given options with our answer, we shall get the answer easily. In the second question, the examiner has already declared the order of the first sentence. Rest were left upon us to be ordered properly. Clear? Today we're going to talk about such a question when the examiner does not leave any hint, or he does not allude anything to us. He just leaves all the questions upon us to be ordered properly. All these sentences, sorry, to be ordered properly. Uh, Guys, when we know uh, the order of the first sentence, rest actually can be easily ordered by establishing the relations between the sentences, the subsequent sentences. If we know the first one, we easily get the second one by correlating them. If we correlate the second one with the third one and the third one with the fourth one, so we easily get the answer. When we already know the first actually sentence to be ordered correctly, rest become easy. But when we do not know order any of the sentences, we do not know either the first one, the last one, or any other sentence. So how we can actually recognize or identify whether which is going to be the first one and the last one. And the trick works here. The tricks which I am going to tell you today works here. Clear? Okay, so let's discuss those tricks. See guys, uh, as far as the first sentence is concerned, first sentence means not that one being asked in the question paper. I'm talking about the first sentence which is going to be first in order. You are going to set. Clear? Or you are going to give as your answer. So what the things we can do to recognize the first one, because it's very important to recognize the first one. Once we understand or we recognize the first sentence in order, we easily correlate the sentences. Clear? To set other or the subsequent sentences. So to recognize the first sentence in order, I've got a trick. And the trick is that the sentence which is going to be first in order must have one of these three important natures. Clear? When we have when actually the first sentence is talked about, or as far as the first sentence in order is concerned, it may be one of these three natures. It means once we actually once we start mapping the natures of all the sentences given as question, if we actually recognize the nature of the sentences being asked in question properly, we will get our first sentence. Usually guys, or in most of the cases guys, or rather I say 100%, in 100% case, what we see, the first sentence of order going to be uh, one of these three nature. And let's talk about those three natures. The first nature is sentence. The first sentence may be a general statement. What are these general statements? General statements mean general things that happen around us, that we usually actually expect to happen. Like, I get up early in the morning, I perform some yoga practices, then I go to my coaching to teach my students. So these are general activities that we do. General statements are the expected actions to happen. So if one of the four or five sentences being set in the questions is a general statement, you can assure yourself that is going to be a first sentence. Moreover, if uh, the nature of any of the means, four or five sentences is not the same as we talked about, like general statement, it might be the second one. What can be the second nature of the sentence? It might be a universal fact. The first sentence can be a universal fact. Universal fact means anything that is universally proved, or which is known to everyone in this world. Like sun rises in the east, sun sets in the west, moon shines in the night, or the earth moves around the sun. These are the universal fact which are not which are uh, which do not require any kind of discussion. They are proved. Clear? The earth is uh, oval and all that. Clear, guys? So if if any of the sentences given in questions are not of any of the nature of these two, neither the general statement nor the universal fact, 100% it is going to be third. The third nature of the sentence uh, should be the means beginning of any story or any event. Means one of those five or four sentences must have a nature of beginning a story. Clear? Like we may have the example, one day I was actually moving on the road, or once there used to be a lion, once in a village there lived a man, or actually you may have variety of sentences like, but all these sentences of the same nature, they must be beginning a story. Clear? So I've actually taught you about the nature of three important nature of the first sentence, that is going to be in order. Okay, out of those four or five sentences being asked in the question. Okay, so once you recognize the nature of the sentence, you assure yourself that it is going to be a first sentence. After this, once you come to know the order of the first person, you will go through the correlation between other sentences. First sentence is here, then uh, correlate the first sentence with other sentences. Once you get the correlation of first sentence of any one of other sentences, is going to be a second sentence, and second sentence must have the correlation with the third one, and third one must have the correlation with the fourth one. Or you can apply then, if you have ultimately come to know the order of the first sentence, you can go through the same trick that we talked yesterday. Means you just go with the options, apply all those options. Once you apply those options, will definitely get your answer, and this trick definitely will help you to get your answer faster, and it will definitely save your time, and time is something very precious in such exams. So that was the whole idea, guys. I'm sure you would have understood each and everything very much clearly. And if you want me to do some practices on the same topic, please leave your comment in comment section. I will definitely upload a video on practice set, because whatever I have told you just oral, which I don't think so is enough. What is actually more important, to do the practice using this, applying the same trick, and it will definitely help you much. And I'll do the same for you if you support me, if you keep supporting me, if you subscribe to my channel, if you leave the comment in the comment section asking to upload a video on practice sets, practicing the jumble sentence using the same trick that we have talked about today. Okay, guys, so it's enough for the day, and please watch the whole video. But it has no benefit, no need to speak this now. I think it's enough for the day. Thank you very much.